the same time. That's how you know it's a Hindu activity. So you have to work hard to concentrate on what I'm saying, and I'll work hard to concentrate on you being there. And I have about 5 to 7 minutes for my message. I always enjoy being at Kumbhabhishekams. I've been to many of them in different continents, India, Australia, USA, and they're always uplifting. Why? Because they have senior priests there, quite a few senior priests, chanting very special chants, and it creates a very powerful religious vibration. And in case those of you who don't know, the fire ceremony, the Homa ceremony, is a very important part of Kumbhabhishekam. The Homa is like a temple unto itself. It's a portable temple. You can move it around, and Hindus used to use it before we had stationary temples. And when you use the Homa and chant the ceremony, particularly over a number of days in a row, you create a temple. You attract the god to that place, particularly such skilled priests as we have here. So they've been doing that, attracting the god, placing the god mystically in the Kumbha pot, and they're about to put that energy and deity into the murti through the ceremony. A number of years ago, I was at Kumbhabhishekam in Perth, Australia. They have a very, very big temple there, with Shiva as the main deity. And during one of the breaks, I was talking to some of the youth. And this spokesperson for the youth was about 26, 28-year-old young woman who had recently graduated from law school. So she was there to challenge the Swami with the tough questions, and she had about 5 of her friends standing behind her for moral support. And she asked me this question. She says, since God is everywhere, why do we need temples? Right? Maybe you've been asked that question by some of your kids. Since God is everywhere, why do we need temples? They cost so much to build, and when they're large like this in the cold climate, they cost a lot just to maintain, just to heat the temple. Wouldn't all that money be better spent on something else? A pretty good question. She happened to be the daughter of the temple president, which I thought was interesting. The temple president had managed to convince his own daughter of the importance of the temple. So, an oversight. Well, I thought about it and I answered back, well, God is everywhere. God permeates this room, right? How many of you can see God permeating this room? They all had to admit that they couldn't. Even though they know intellectually God permeates the room, you can't see it. And I said, well, that's because God is very subtle. You have to be a great yogi to be able to perceive God permeating the room, which most of us aren't. So what do you do to see something subtle? If you want to see a distant galaxy, what do? You go to an observatory, and through a powerful microscope, you can see it. If you want to see inside an atom, something very subtle, what do? You go to a laboratory, you use an electron microscope, and you can see. So if you want to see God, what do? You go to the temple, and through the sanctified murti, you can experience God. You get a feeling for God. Particularly in a temple such as this, which is based upon agamic worship, both Saiva Agamas and Pancharatra Agamic worship is the basis of this temple. What is it that makes the temple so sacred? I call it the 3 C's. The consecration, which is the English word for Kumbhabhishekam, the construction, which precedes that, and the continuous daily worship. So it has to be built according to Shastric rules. Certain dimensions are used in building it. And then it has to be turned on. The consecration of Kumbhabhishekam is like a light switch. It turns on the temple, particularly the first time, which was the previous one. And then it's the continuous daily worship that takes place thereafter, which sustains and builds the vibration that was turned on at Kumbhabhishekam. So it's a very mystical endeavor. And do you know who it depends upon? The priests, right? Without our priests, none of this would be possible. So I'd like us all to give a very big round of applause to the priests who make this all possible. And my 7 minutes is up. Thank you very much. Years, or at least many centuries, it's easier to feel the blessings of the deity. No matter what we have in America, it can't be as strong as what we have in India because it's been there so long. And the continuity of worship builds up sanctity. You can't deny that. So the longer a temple has been there with unbroken worship, the more sacred it has the potential to be. So we took pilgrims, and a number of them had visions of the deities on these trips. It was quite amazing. In one shrine in Sri Lanka, for example, a young man, he was probably about 30 at the time, Ganesha walked out of the shrine, came up to him, blessed him, and walked right back in. That made him a believer. He was a strong Ganesha Bhaktar ever after that experience. Of course, we have the milk miracle, right? When Ganesha drank milk around the world, and that was really reassuring. Strengthened faith. You know, that's what that event did. It strengthened the faith of so many that Ganesha could come, not just in India or not just in the USA, but in every continent in the world where Ganesha temples existed. He came, and in a couple of days drank milk. He made a lot of people have much more faith in him after that experience. There's a simple analogy which works well in Arizona because it's always sunny. If you go outside, close your eyes and feel the sun on your skin, and I ask you, with your eyes closed, are you experiencing the sun? What would you say? You'd say yes, right? I can feel the sun on my skin even with my eyes closed. You know, I don't have to see the sun to know that I'm experiencing it. Well, the deity is the same way. There's a blessing, there's an energy coming out, just like the sun's rays come down when we're outside. And our inner eye, in this case, is closed. We don't have that psychic side awakened where we can actually see the deity, as some great souls could. But we can feel the energy. So it's just the same. Our spiritual eye is closed, but we know we're experiencing the deity because we have a sense of sanctity that's coming out of the murti. So the murti is especially sacred during the times of puja, and right afterwards the sense of sanctity is there, it's strong, and on Kumbhabhishekham it's super strong. Very, very strong vibration. So if you have a chance, you know, when it's over, I hope there's a lot of prasadam. You don't have to rush. So you can stay and go around to each shrine and try and feel that special energy that's coming out of the shrine on this day, and take it in. And what happens when you take it in? You purify your mind. according to how much you've taken in, and that is very beneficial. So thank you very much. Om Namah Shivaya.
Thank you, Swamiji. We'd like to honor our chief guest, Satguru Sri Bodhinatha Swami. I request Panditji Sri Hari Kadambi to speak a few words and honor him as well.
Namaste. Swamiji, I would like to share my experience in this temple. When I came 2 years back, I thought that why Ganesh Bhagavan is sitting this much long from the city. After few weeks, I realized that it is not our wish he is sitting here. It is his wish that he is staying here and blessing whole Arizona state. Not only Arizona state, especially people are coming from New Mexico, many other cities, and as soon as they come here, they are sharing again, oh, we came from long way, but after entering this site, we are very much happy. We feel that vibration here. Definitely, that I would like to share this occasion as well. Very few weeks ago, a devotee asked me, he is from India, from South India. There is a custom, people do ask what is the Kshetra Mahatmya. What is the Kshetra Mahatmya? When you go to Tirumala, when you go to Kalahasti, when you go to Sri Shailam, we do say that this is the place the Munis and the sages they did their penance. But when I answered them, this place also have a background or Kshetra Mahatmya, that this especially this place, and Ganesh Bhagavan is blessed by Swami Shivaya Subramaniam. There is no doubt, we are all feeling that vibration here, including myself. And thank you very much for coming today and blessing all of us.